morning everyone, welcome to the PACE Academy. In the previous classes, we learned about the structure of atom. So in that lesson, we learned what is atom and what are the subatomic particles present inside the atom and how they are arranged. So we know that atom has mainly three subatomic particles. Those are electron, proton, neutron. And in these three subatomic particles, protons and neutrons are present inside the nucleus and electrons are revolving around the nucleus. And here how these are arranged and how they are inside the atom. So we learned all these in the previous classes. So now in this today's session we will learn a new topic, that is classification of elements and periodicity in their properties. So here classification of elements. So here for example, if we want to learn a new language, so what we will do first? Directly are we going to learn the words and uses of those words while talking? No. So if you want to learn any language, first we will start with the basic thing, that is alphabet, right? So here for chemistry also we are starting with the basic points. So what are those basic points here? So if we look at here, introduction and objectives of periodic table. So before going to learn this chapter, can you answer some questions? First, is alphabet necessary to learn any language? So here if we want to learn a new language, first we will start with the alphabet. So here alphabet is necessary to learn a new language, right? Yes. So for example, if we want to learn Telugu, then we will start with the alphabet like A, I, E, right? Telugu alphabet. This is the Telugu alphabet. Next, if we want to learn English, we will start with A, B, C, D. We need English alphabet to learn English. Not only Telugu and English. If you want to learn any new thing, we have to start with the basic form. So here also scientists are thought that chemistry as a language. So they are treated chemistry as a language and they said that to learn this language we require alphabet. So what is the alphabet of our chemistry? That is the elements. Okay, those are elements. So based on this fact, some scientists considered chemistry as a language and periodic table as its alphabet chart. So that means the number of elements are like alphabet. So here if we look at this periodic table, it contains number of elements. So these elements are considered as alphabet. Okay, so periodic table as its alphabet chart. So in this we can see the different types of elements: hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Okay, like that. Till now we have 118 elements. Okay, by this time scientists were discovered 118 elements. So all these elements are arranged in the periodic table. See here, if we look at this, what we can observe? First, when we burn, we are in the infant stage. Slowly we are developing and we are started to walk. So here this is a common growth of human being. So is there common growth of a human? So in the same manner, there is a gradual growth in the chemistry with the discovery of elements by scientists. So here scientists are also discovered the elements in the growth, in the gradual growth. So first in 1800 only there were some elements are known. Those are 31 elements. So in the early stages, in the 1800 there were only few elements were known. Those are 31 elements. In 1865 some more elements, by the time of 1865 some more elements were discovered. Those are 63 elements. So that number of elements became 63 by the time of 1865. And at present, actually now more elements were discovered. So now at present there are 118 elements. So how many elements are known? 118 elements. Next, So to understand the properties of the elements easily, they are classified systematically. So to understand the properties easily without difficulty, actually we have how many elements are known? 118 elements. Is it possible to remember each and every element name and properties? And properties means again two types, physical properties, chemical properties. So here it is not possible to remember each and every element properties as well as their names. So here to understand the properties of these elements easily and to remember, they are classified systematically. It is just like a supermarket or medical shop. If we go to supermarket, we can easily find the object whatever we want. Why? Because they will arrange all the items in the supermarket in that way, right? If we want to go and buy a chips packet, we can go directly to that area where they have placed that chips. If we want to buy fruits, we can go directly to that place. And if we want to take oil or any groceries, we can go to that place. So that means in the supermarket, all these objects are well mannerly arranged, right? Even in the medical shop also, if you go and directly ask the paracetamol, the shop vendor will go to directly that place and he will take the paracetamol tablet and he will give you. Why he is going directly to that place? Why? Because they also arranged the tablets in the form of like alphabets. Okay, so according to the alphabets, they will arrange the medicines in the medical shop. So here also these elements are actually arranged in a systematic way, and they choose that we can see the place of the element in the periodic table and we can find the properties of those. Okay, so to understand the properties of these elements easily, scientists are classified the elements systematically. Okay, so now what are the objectives of this classification of elements? So here, what are the objectives of this topic? After studying this chapter, we can able to understand the need for classification, why we need to classify the elements, and we can understand, or we are able to understand the present form of the periodic table, how the periodic table is, and classify the elements into S, P, D, F blocks and learn their main characteristics, understand the periodic trends in properties. So here, after go through this chapter, we are able to understand what is the need for classification of these elements and how to understand the present form of the periodic table. How we are getting this present form of periodic table, based on what properties we are classifying that elements, and how to classify the elements into different blocks S, P, D, F, and to understand the trends in the properties. Means we have the different properties for the elements like atomic size, ionization energy, next electron affinity, electron negativity, electron positivity, melting points, boiling points, metallic nature, non-metallic nature. All these are the properties of elements. So how these properties are changing in the period as well as groups. These groups and periods are the part of periodic table. So here, how these properties are changing in the periodic table. So we are able to understand all these objectives.